on my new channel, and I'm not gross. I'm making them on the same day. The only thing that has changed is my hair is up because I played with it way too much in the intro video, so I'm not letting myself do that anymore. I had one of my followers submit a topic of interest that they wanted discussed more, although it's not something I am particularly advanced on. I thought I'd give it a go and just tell you the little bits that I know about it. It was from Danny Newcomb. I hope that's how I say her name because she is absolutely lovely and I don't want to say her name wrong, but if I did, I apologize. And she wanted to know more about magic herbalism and all the fun stuff along with that. And the whole thing about herbalism is it can make a lot of people nervous. I know it makes me nervous because up until recently, I didn't cook. Okay, I didn't go farther than toast. So up until getting married a few months ago was really when I started trying to cook more and everything else, and you know, just do nice things for my husband who's working and all that fun goodness. So now cooking and making my own like wines and like potions may not be too far in the future, but I'm still not doing it yet. What I am doing though is I'm messing around and always have loved dry natural herbs that you can buy from the store or you can go pick them yourself. I'm terrible. I still find it very difficult to tell the difference between one tree or another. I'm not proud of it. I wish I could, but I'm getting better. So I tend to not go out and pick myself. I buy as of right now. And I find England very difficult to grow things. It wants to kill everything we plant. So we weren't able to plant a little garden like we were hoping to do this summer. So right now I'm sticking with the dried ones. And what I do for them is I use them in my spellcasting, for one, for correspondences to a deity, be it if it's just my patrons or I'm calling upon a new one that I haven't really worked with a lot, that I want their help, or if I'm meeting a new one, like I met Sekhmet last week, and I'm going to be writing an article about her shortly. And when I met her, I made sure to have all of her different correspondences on my altar table over here, and that had gems and everything else along with herbs. And that's just more of a showing respect sort of thing, which I don't know, I like to do that. That's just me. But up here, you can't see it, but on this other wall over here, I have a little shelf, and that has all my different herbs. Although it's not a wide collection, it's mine. And I do what I can with it. So even if you can only have space for a little bit, that's fine. Just do a little bit here and there and learn. Now, recently, my husband has been having some trouble sleeping, so I made him what I call a little herby box, and it had gems in it as well, but it's mostly herbs, and I put some valerian in there, some chamomile, he likes cinnamon, he's a Leo, cinnamon, fire, so that really appeals to him. So I used that, and he's been sleeping great since. Because he was having bouts with insomnia for a couple of weeks, and he was going crazy. So I told him, I'd help, and it has worked thus far. So even if you aren't into the whole, like, cooking up different brews and stuff just yet, that's okay. You can find other ways to use them. I also, when he just started this new job a few weeks ago, I made him a protection and sort of confidence-boosting Leo pack-up in a little white satchel thing, because white is one of Odin's colors, and my husband is a follower of Odin, and it has helped him since. It has really helped. He's a Leo, he doesn't have confidence problems anyway, but it has helped him maintain that as he's been getting further and further into this new work environment, and he's been having a blast. He hasn't had a problem. And he said when he was feeling, nervous, he would take it out, interact with it, do whatever he wanted, and it would help. So even if it is just making little herbal satchels for people, give it a shot. Give it a go. What I recommend if you are going to do that, like I said, gods and goddesses have correspondences. You do too. I am a Cappy. I'm a Capricorn. I absolutely love being a little Capricorn. But I had to find my little mix of herbs that work well for me. I'm a frankincense and myrrh addict. I love frankincense, and myrrh. Myrrh especially, and then I came to find out that myrrh is one of Capricorn's little power boosters, and it was just through little things like that you can find your own ways to make your magic stronger. And even if you don't want to incorporate it in spell work, if you're not ready for that yet, and you just want to see what the natural benefits are, find your little herbs anyway for whatever sign you are, and they can be really helpful when you're just in a terrible mood, or if you're not feeling well, or if you have an upset stomach and stuff like that. And again, this is completely eliminating the zodiac element. If you want to do it and see the health benefits, you can very easily do that just with a few books, which I'm going to show you here in a moment, and you will be very surprised to see how many things can help you naturally that you don't have to go and buy pills at the store. One of the best books I have found, and I've had it ever since the beginning of my practice. So I've had this book for a couple years, and it is the Encyclopedia of Natural Magic by John Michael Greer. I hope I said his name right. I'm terrible with names, but John and Michael were easy. It's the last name I'm worried about. The book looks like this. It's fairly thick, and in it discusses with their common name and their scientific-y little crazy name, and it tells you the description of them, their temperature, which I talk about in the beginning of the book to tell you what that's all about, astrology, the ancient lore about the plant, safety issues, which are always helpful because you don't want to get with the wrong poisonous plant, the parts you can use of the actual herb. Some you use roots, some you use seeds, some flowers, some anything. It can really, go wrong if you use the wrong part. How you can use them, it's a suggestion, but hey, you might find one that isn't recommended in the book that worked well for you, so don't feel like that is limiting whatsoever. And the different magical uses, like, oh, is this used in protection? Oh, is this used for just blessings, which typically goes with protection. That was a terrible example. If it's to promote psychic ability, that's another one. This one is spiritual in its focus. Okay, but this is how the inside looks, sort of thing. And then in the back, which I consult this all the time, is very quickly, and because sometimes looking up the herbs itself, it can be a little hard if you can't find what you want real fast. But like I said, in the back, it has love, invisibility, luck, hunting magic, healing, different little, just one word, and then it lists all the herbs that can help you with that. Regardless of zodiac, regardless of anything, you can look them up individually in the book and find what those are later on, but it's really, really helpful when looking things up. And then it has also, for the zodiac aspect, if you want to find everything that's for your planet as well, look up planetary correspondences. But if you want to look up your planet, it has all the planets in here and what planets work well with them, and all the elements and the signs. This book is very, very handy, and I highly recommend it if you're going to go and try and do this herbal work, but not into the whole cooking and all that aspect of it yet. If you want to try the whole healing aspect of it and what teas to drink if you have an upset stomach, which again, you don't have to brew yourself, you can find them at local health food stores or your nearest little spirituality store. Sometimes they sell teas, but this book can help, and it is the complete illustrated guide to herbs, and it says a simple guide to using herbs for healing. It's by Nan Shaw. It looks like this. I have my tabs. It looks like this, and it's very, very visually attractive. It can help you, but what I think, again, this is only an introduction, but what I think is lacking in this book is there aren't very many herbs in it, but I think it's just what you would need in the home medicine cabinet to treat the little things. Although in the back, there are other ones you can buy that deal with harsher illnesses that aren't necessarily in the book under the herbs listed, describing, like, again, the safety issues, what you use from it, what it can help with, be it stomach issues, headaches, anything like that. And again, it's very detailed, But sometimes the medical whole jargon can throw me a bit, but there's not much of it in here. It's just kind of sprinkled throughout it in little bits. So it can be a little bit putting off, but other than that, it's pretty much okay. So, that's all I really have on the whole herbal topic. I wish I could give you more, but right now, that's where I'm at. Don't be afraid to try and use dry herbs in different little satchels. That's pretty safe if you go to, health store and they have herbs you can buy. You can mix the wrong two, so always look it up. But I've never run into the problem even before I looked it up. When I was just starting and I was mixing and and having a good time, I didn't have an issue, and it was never a dangerous thing. And it can help you if you aren't ready to do the whole potions and the brewing and all that fun stuff yet. And if you don't, you definitely should include gems. You can do oils, have your incense, and do herbs. Use them all on your altar and use them to honor your patrons or whatever goddess, whatever deity you are meeting or calling upon for help. It's always handy to have those around to give you that extra boost to whatever work you're doing. I highly recommend including them. There's no harm in it. You just gotta go out and buy something else. And typically, they're not expensive. They're not at all. And I don't have a lot of money, so if I can afford it, pretty much everybody can. But right now, that's where I'm at. I am trying to advance my skills in herbal healing, and I do want to learn little brews and little things like that, since I've been, really diving into this whole cooking thing and building my confidence up in that. I think that would be a wonderful thing to try next, and it's probably in the near future. So, that's all I have on that topic. If you have any little herbal remedies or suggestions of different techniques, what you can use, or books, please feel free to comment, or if you have any books you would like to suggest me personally or anything to add to my little book stash, tweet me, message me, comment, whatever you like. I'll be around, and it would be very much appreciated, and I'd love to hear from you. I hope this video has helped you at least a little bit, and my limited amount of knowledge may have helped you at least in some regard. Alright, it was nice talking to you, and I hope we get to speak again soon.